Hello viewers and welcome to another Forza Motorsport video. We've certainly been pumping them out recently, I think making up for the lack of Forza we had on the channel between sort of November and December, but getting to more regular coverage now, reporting on these packs. Of course, with the new pack that was out recently, I had to try out the new Audi R18 for myself, get a feel for it really. As ever, it's nice to try out some of these new cars, and I'm somebody who really likes the sort of faster classes. So going into turn one then and hitting the brakes, and one thing I find is obviously the AI in this game is ridiculous. It's so overly aggressive. I mean, turning in here, you can see here being knocked by the AI all the way around the corner, who's seemingly unaffected. The car itself actually doesn't handle anything like I'd like it to, and I'm quite surprised. And it's not handling for me as easy as it was when the game first came out. So obviously there's been those changes with the you know, the updates that they've made to the game, steering updates and everything else, and I just can't find an area of comfort. The car lacks a lot of grip. As I was being knocked from the back there again, the AI constantly bashing into the back of me. This corner here, you know, normally you would turn in, you'd attack both curbs quite heavily, driving over the second curb. That'd be a straight line up the hill before throwing the car in here and getting on the power. I just found that when you was going too fast, the back end would step out. It's very unusual for the back end to step out on a car like this one because of its amount of downforce, especially in a high-speed corner. Anyway, another knock from behind there, which again, it's very slow through this section, the back end constantly stepping out. Very progressive round here. And I'm only opening the throttle at the very end of the corner. The car has masses of understeer. If you put on the power, normally I keep a little bit of power in the corner, which keeps a bit of stability in the car, so I can gently, progressively accelerate on the exit. But take this corner, would normally be flat, not so for me here. It's you can get it flat, but not consistently. It's very unpredictable when it comes to lack of loss of downforce, if you like. So into the second lap, I've got a bit of space now without being constantly bashed from all angles. As we look at the replay angle, fantastic looking car. I love this car. Looks amazing. I mean, when it was first showed, we showed the photographs on the old VVV site. New website coming soon as it happens, so there will be a few less videos in the coming weeks while I work on the new website. A bit more on board as I close up. But again here, I can't put my foot down at all, and I'm not really getting a feel for the power. It just doesn't, it's not conveying it to me very well. I just felt when the game first came out, I just felt more comfortable with it than I am at the moment. I find I'm tiptoeing around, again braking, and then I'm being aggressive. I'm progressively tippy-toeing through that corner, avoiding the curb. You normally run over all of that. And again here, big lift, because as soon as you put your foot down in the corner, the car just powers out as we come down the final section of these short 2-lap races. I wish there could be more laps. I really dislike how they've altered the end of this track. Actually, it's nothing like it used to be. It used to have such a wonderful flow to the end of it, and now they've got this silly chicane section. Doesn't work for me at all. And again, right down into first here. Trying to manage it in second. And coming around the final corner before we go over the line, and then what we'll do is we'll take a little look at the telemetry as well. Okay viewers, so now we're going to be looking at the telemetry here and a little bit of what I've been doing while I've been driving the game. So I thought I'd go to this outside view so you could see just how much I was being bashed into by the AI at this early section. They really are very aggressive and a little bit blind sometimes. I mean, there was nowhere for me to go on the inside there. The car just takes the line. So I tried to move past here, and you can see here just driving into me all the way around the corner, unaffected, which is a little bit frustrating sometimes. The online AI are even worse. They take you out just constantly. It's just you know, impossible trying to. You can hear the AI bumping into me behind, or bumping into each other actually. Got on the curb there. This car just doesn't take the curbs, and it should. That's the thing, is it should take the curbs. It's designed for that. Another car bashing into me. So it's a bit of bumper cars in these early laps. But let's look at acceleration. See, braking gently on the power, gently. I feel opening up the power a bit more. And again, a lift here. Felt the need to brake as well. just to get the car where I wanted it to. Not comfortable at all. This is not me driving comfortably. The car has so little grip through that slow section. It should be a lot quicker than that, but you can't be aggressive with it. Again, you know, that's the limit of traction as I felt it. The line between that and losing complete traction is very slim indeed. It looks so slow from the cockpit view. Cockpit cams. I don't use cockpit cams a lot. I've seen people being a little bit critical of that. Actually, to me, my steering wheel is my cockpit and the TV is the window. That's what I've been used to. Playing a game from a cockpit to me is like sitting in the back seat of a car. It just doesn't feel like it. I've got a tiny window there. It's not representative, but the graphics are fantastic in these cockpits and the sound and everything else. So again here, lifting in this corner, that I would have thought that would have been pretty much flat. Ordinarily you're relying on the downforce, not so here. So some of the aerodynamics and some of the just the general feeling of driving just doesn't seem to be translated back. It looks realistic, and if I wasn't telling you, you wouldn't notice, but that's why I like to show you guys some of the telemetry that I have here. And you can see how I'm progressively on the power. I'm having to wait a long time, a really long time in racing terms. I mean, again, slowing down a bit, gently, gently, gently. Now on the power, only until I got over the second curve. Otherwise the second curve spins the car out, and that just shouldn't happen. That's a straight line curve there. And none of these laps are recorded, you know, because obviously Forza's a little bit strict with these curves at the end here. It hasn't quite got it right. And again, lifting, coming right out. And you can see progressive before getting on it really late into the corner. So it gives you an idea of how I'm driving. I'm not always just putting my foot down. I'm constantly, where is the grip in the car, and can I go as fast as I expect I can? And from the outside it looks quite quick, but inside it's a very tentative run. I'd need to tune it a lot more. But that's it, viewers. Quick look at the Audi R18. More soon.